Yes, dear students, today we discussed with regarding the another kingdom, Plantae and Animalia. In the previous class, we discussed about kingdom Protista and Mycota. Next to that one, kingdom Plantae, or this is also known as Metaphyta. Just general characters we discuss. General characters of kingdom Plantae. Here, the members belonging to this kingdom Plantae, they are all eukaryotes and chlorophyllous plants. These are all eukaryotes and chlorophyllous plants. Eukaryotes means having two nucleus in their cell, and chlorophyllous means they possess chloroplast. That's why these are autotrophic in nature. Majority of the plants, they are all autotrophs because they synthesize their own food material by photosynthesis. But a few of them, they are heterotrophic in nature. Give me the example for heterotrophic plants. Already you know some insectivorous plants. That includes sundew or drosera, nepenthes, bladderwort. So insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants, they are heterotrophic in nature, and also Cuscuta. So this is parasitic plant. Parasitic plant. Parasitic plant. It gets the food from living host. And plants which store reserve food material in the form of starch. Starch is the reserve food material, and cell wall is present. This is mainly made up of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectin, lignin, suberin, etc. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ನಿಂದ ಸೆಲ್ ವಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತದೆ. And each and every eukaryotic cell, plant cell, possesses chloroplast, important cell organelle. Mitochondria, membrane-bound cell organelles are present. Okay, and then they possess flowering as well as non-flowering plants. As example, here example of a plant kingdom, Plantae includes algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms. Okay, these are the example for kingdom Plantae. So these aspects you studied in the third topic, plant kingdom. Okay, so these are the general characters. Innೂ detailed information more topic ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, this is the general characters of members of kingdom Plantae. And kingdom number 5, Animalia. Animalia, or this is also known as Metazoa. Metazoa. It includes heterotrophic eukaryotic organisms. What is heterotrophic? It depends upon other organisms for their food. Heterotrophic eukaryotic organisms. But cell wall is absent. Cell wall is not there, but cell wall is present in plants. And then the reserve food material is glycogen or fat. Here reserve food material is starch. And digestion takes place internal cavity of the body. Then nutrition may be holozoic, or that is ingestion by food. That is known as holozoic form. Then higher animals having sensory organs and also locomotory, neuromotor mechanism. Neuromotor mechanism is present, and also they possess locomotory organelles. This is with regarding the general characters of kingdom Animalia. Then detailed information with regarding this Metazoa. In the 4th topic, we discuss in detail with regarding each and every phyla. Many phyla are mentioned, that is from Porifera to last Chordata. Porifera, Synentrata, Platyhelminthes, Cnidaria, Scaliminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Chordata. Many phyla are mentioned. In that 4th topic, we discuss in detail about each and every general characteristic feature of particular phylum. Okay, so this is about kingdom Metazoa. History information 5 kingdom system that baratte according to R.H. Whittaker. R.H. Whittaker classify all organisms into how many kingdom? 5 kingdom system, that is from Monera, Protista, Mycota, Metaphyta, Metazoa. Other than this, ಇದನ್ನು ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು acellular organisms ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Acellular organisms, they are placed other than this 5 kingdom system in separate headings. What are those acellular organisms? That includes acellular organisms, that includes prions, viroids, virus, bacteriophage, and lichens. Another aspect, last aspect is lichen. Lichens. What are the prions? infectious proteinaceous particles. Infectious proteinaceous particles are called as prions. Only protein particle that causes infection or the disease, that is prion. Example for this, CJD disease, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. It is a mad cow disease. Mad cow disease. It is caused by only infectious protein particle. And viroids. Viroids means these are infectious RNA particles. Infectious RNA particle. Only nucleic acid, ribonucleic acid is there without protein molecule. That is RNA particle that causes a disease. They are called as viroids. For example, potato spindle tuber virus, PST virus, potato spindle tuber virus, that is caused by viroid, PST disease, tuber disease. Okay, then what about virus? Virus means these are ultra microscopic disease causing entities, particles. Ultra microscopic means this virus, they does not observe through our naked eye, or even we cannot observe through the compound microscope. Only we observe through the electron microscope, ultra microscope. That's why it is called as ultra microscopic. And this is causing entities, particle. Chemically, what it made up of? That is nucleoproteinaceous particles. Nucleoproteinaceous particles. Nucleo means nucleic acid. Proteinaceous, proteins. Here you can see one nucleic acid plus one protein molecule. Together, that is known as what? Virus. Composition is ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವೈರಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so this is about virus, and virus has two important properties. It has both living property as well as non-living property. It shows dual nature, living as well as non-living property. What are those living and non-living properties of virus? Here, first, living property of virus. They possess either DNA or RNA, never both. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಇರಬೇಕು, DNA ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ RNA ಇರಬೇಕು. never both. ಎರಡು ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. So this is one living property. And they multiply. They multiply within living host. ಇವತ್ತು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಪಾಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಇದು ಲೀಫ್, ಈ ವೈರಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟ್ and this is virus particle. Virus can multiply within living host only. That's why it is a living property of virus. And then non-living property, why these are called as non-living things? Non-living property of virus. Here they are inert, just outside the living host. Outside the living host. ಈ host ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it cannot multiply. It will become inert, inactive form. This is one non-living property. And virus particle may be crystallized and store it in vials, glass vials. Vials with small test tubes. It is crystallized. Cut ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, small pieces ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಅಮಾರ್ಕಸ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. That is non-living property. So here it shows both living as well as non-living property like this. That's why it is a dual organism. Virus. Okay. In the examination, they may ask for 1 mark question or 2 mark question. In 2 mark question, mention any 2 properties of virus or living and non-living properties of virus. Okay. Here, the scientist Ivanovsky recognized some microbes as causative organisms in mosaic disease of tobacco. TMV. That virus structure you can see. TMV means tobacco mosaic virus. It's a plant virus. Very simple diagram. 1 nucleic acid. What is this? RNA. And many layers of protein sheet like this. So this is capsid or protein coat. This is the structure of TMV. It may ask for 2 mark question. Tobacco oocyte virus. Only two components. One is nucleic acid, another one protein. This is a protein layer. One nucleic acid, that is mainly RNA. RNA virus it is. Virus we can classify based on presence of type of nucleic acid. DNA virus and RNA virus. DNA virus, those virus only possess DNA as genetic material. RNA virus only RNA, ribonucleic acid. Okay. Here, last aspect we discuss lichens. Yes. Before discussing the lichens, another one diagram is there, that is bacteriophage. We observe. That is also important. Bacteriophage. What is bacteriophage? It is a kind of virus that infect bacteria are called as bacteriophage. So it is a DNA virus. TMV is RNA virus, bacteriophage is DNA virus. What is the structure of bacteriophage? So it has hexagonal head region like this, double layer, outermost covering. This is capsid, protein coat. This is small leg. Inside this, DNA is present, and this is capsomere or protein coat. Head is made up of capsid or protein. This is head part. This is neck, and this is cylindrical shape structure, middle region, and this is basal plate. Basal plate, and it has 6 tail fibers. 6 tail fibers. These are tail fibers. This is covered with protein sheath. Sheath is there. Head region, collar is there, small neck, tail fiber, protein sheath. Here, in between the middle part and the head, there is a small neck. This is covered with a protein sheath, ends with the basal plate, and from the basal plate there are 6 tail fibers that arises. This is the structure of bacteriophage as per 2 marks. Okay. Head ತೋರಿಸಬೇಕು, collar ಇದೆ, middle part covered with the sheath, basal plate, and from this 6 tail fibers arises. What is the use of tail fibers? It helps for the attachment of bacteriophage, bacteria on the surface of bacteria. So this is a bacteriophage. These are the tail fibers. This is bacteria. During reproduction, this bacteriophage attach on the surface of cell wall of bacteria with the help of tail fibers. Then it releases the DNA into the cytoplasm of bacteria and breaking up bacterial cell, lytic cell and lysogenic cell cycle takes place. That is we discuss in the next year degree classes. Lytic and lysogenic cycle. So this is about the bacteriophage. These are the kind of virus that infect the bacteria. Not a bacterial kadi kansodilla. A bacteria infection ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ virus ಇದು. Okay. So this is bacteriophage. And another last aspect is lichens. Lichens means what? Symbiotic association between algae and fungi is called as lichen. So algal component is phycobiont. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ 2 marks ದಲ್ಲಿ. And fungal component is mycobiont. Algal component phycobiont, fungal component mycobiont, both together to form what? Lichens. So lichens are indicators of air pollution. Indicators of air pollution. How? Where there is an air pollution, there is no growth of lichen on the plant body. Where do you find lichens? Lichens? Unpolluted atmosphere. Unpolluted atmosphere ಇರಬೇಕು. Pollution ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಅಂತರ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಮೇಲೆ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ, ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರೀ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಟ್ರೀ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಟ್ರೀ ಟ್ರಂಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ವೈಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ನೀವು ರೋಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ದ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಏನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ lichens. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಈ ಎರಡು ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫೈಕೋಬಯಾನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೈಕೋಬಯಾಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಂಗಲ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಫಂಗೈ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಂಗೈ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಗಿ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟೆಡ್. ಸಿಂಬಯೋಟಿಕ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ? Algae present inside, it synthesizes the food molecule because they are green in color. That food is prepared by using the water supplied by the fungi, and that food is supplied to the fungi. Fungi, it absorbs the moisture from the atmosphere. That water or the moisture supplied to this algae, and it provides protection to the algae. Algae ಆಹಾರ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿ ಫಂಗೈ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ, ಫಂಗೈ ನೀರನ್ನ algae ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಎರಡು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸರ್ವೈವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. That kind of relation is called as what? Symbiotic relation or symbiotic association ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So in the examination they can ask, name the indicators of air pollution. Answer is lichens. Name the components of lichen. 2 components for 2 marks. One is phycobiont, another one mycobiont. Phyco means algae, mycota. Myco means fungi. ಅಲ್ಗಿ ಮತ್ತು ಫಂಗೈ ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿದರೆ ನಾವು ಲೈಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ಲು ಹೂ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ these are the indicators of air pollution. So this is about the second topic, the biological classification, with the detailed information about 5 kingdom system, and next to that one, acellular organisms that includes prions, phyloids, virus, bacteriophage. Okay, with diagrams and little information. You can solve some questions. You can refer GVIT publication, biology, PUC, first year. Page number, you can see, page number 15. You can remember the GVIT publication, questions are given. Questions are given, page number 15. You can take the book from the college, GVIT publication, with NCRT, you can refer. ಈ ಎರಡು ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಸಾಕು ನಮ್ಮ ಬಯಾಲಜಿಗೆ, ಒಂದು NCRT, ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು GVIT publication. ಇವೇ ನಾವು ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಇವೇ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕನ ಓದ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಪೇಜ್ ವೈಸ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೇ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಇದೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತಾ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.